Hello and welcome back to a brand new Carnage Gaming video. Today I'm going to be bringing you all 15 advanced tips and tricks to help you improve in Valorant. Hopefully these tips can help you improve your gameplay, and I would also like to mention that all of the gameplay recorded in this video was recorded using lowkey.gg. Now lowkey.gg is a super useful platform that you can use to record literally all of your Valorant gameplay. It runs in the background while you play and will automatically start recording whenever you load into a game of Valorant. It is so useful. You're able to just clip your highlights and effortlessly share them with your friends, or you can upload your VODs to review them and improve your gameplay and get that much better. It's kind of like the old but dead plays.tv, but so much better. If you guys genuinely enjoy the content and want to help support the channel, consider trying out lowkey.gg for free from the link in the description. Absolutely free, boys. Now let's get into our first tip of the video. So for our first tip, we are on the map Bind here with Sova. We're going to be doing a recon bolt from this corner right here, so we can see mid is here. And then if we go over into this corner, you're going to want to line this up with the smoke coming out of this at the top, one bounce, and then about halfway through the third bar. So after you shoot this, it can be a little more, a little less. It'll go and it will scan all of A site for you. So if you're attacking, this is a great way to figure out where the defenders are. It's a pretty easy one to shoot out, but a lot of times it will get one scan off before they can shoot it out. So one more time, in this corner, you want to line it up. Just push yourself into the corner at the top of this. One bounce, third row, bang. That'll give you a very good advantage here on the site. Also, the first 5 to 10 tips of this are going to be on Bind as we go through. So let's hop into our second tip. You're going to want to go to the same general area, jump on top of this wooden box in the corner, line this up a little high, so you go from this little ledge here a little higher up, and then charge it up to about the start of the third bar. And if you shoot this here, it'll go cross map all the way to the B site. If we zoom in on the map right now, you can see where the bolt is, and we might get there in time. So the bolt lands right about on top of here, maybe on the side a little bit if it's off. But basically what this does, this helps to fake out the other team and make them think that your Sova is on the B bomb site when in reality you are A. This can be so useful in so many situations if you need to be on A but want them to not be able to rotate yet. Toss that down, you're able to get some info, and it is a great tip. Now for our third tip, let's hop onto a different agent and go over some really cool stuff. For our next tip, we have an attacker side Molotov with Brimstone. Here we're going to line up with this little rope, take out our Molotov, look at this leaf, but at the little hole in the leaf right here, shoot the molly, and this is probably the most useful Molotov that Brimstone can ever fire if you're attacking A site. It actually mollies off all of heaven. So they can't even peek out really at all. They have to either push out or fall back. While your team pushes in, this can be so useful. It gets the right side a good bit as well, so it's really difficult to hide from. Almost impossible to get away from if thrown correctly, so be sure that you're throwing that molly with Brimstone attacking on A side. Another great molly on A site for our next tip is going to be through mid here. You line yourself up with this corner, and then with the top of the middle leaf, if you shoot this, it denies a terrible spot to try and attack against this corner right here. Denies basically this entire corner except for the very back. They can fall back here, but if they're sitting in the corner and they fall back, they are then susceptible to the shower push easy kill. So definitely a good one to know because that area is so difficult to attack against and such a common angle for people to be playing. Our final tip for the map Bind is going to be a B site Molotov. Here you're going to want to line up with the middle, aim straight down, and just go to the start of this little line. You then want to look up to these little panels here, go to this spot right here, and then over lined up with this building. It's a super easy one to throw. You just move it over some, shoot that lined up with this building, and then it will go ahead and molly off. Another really good corner to get mollied off right over here. Now they can sit far deep into this back corner and be safe, but the problem with this is that you can peek them so easily from hookah, so it's a great spot for you to be able to just get a free kill if they are playing that. You're able to Molotov that off, and it's just a great overall lineup to do. You can even do it very early into the round if you have a teammate holding this hookah spot right here. So let's switch on over to the Haven map and do some tips and tricks over there. Now that we are on the map Haven, we're going to be doing a couple of Sage tips and tricks. Now here, this isn't going to be exactly what you think. There are a couple of different tips that you can do from this position here. A couple of different one-way walls. So this is the basic one. that most of you already know. You can get on top of this wall and then look into where they're coming from. Pretty cool stuff. You can get pretty far deep and you're able to see a lot from here. And it's also a pretty good one way because it's really hard to see from this side. But an even better tip, because people look for that, if you're attacking side, you can actually wall up this way and then look through here and you have an entire view of window and even down into here just a little bit. Now this is even better because from window, if we look at this side, it's basically impossible to see over this wall. You're not able to see really anything if you're standing up, and then if you crouch down you can kind of see, but they're going to be looking here and they're not able to really see that at all, which is just going to make you have an easy play. So these two, you can go here and look in, and then you can also hop onto a wall like right on over here and then just look straight on in. Both of these just great options to get yourself a free pick on round start, no matter if you're attacking or defending. Our last Sage tip on the Haven map is going to be on C site. It's going to be this really cool one-way wall. So if you hop up here, you can do this at round start. You're going to want to line your crosshair up in the middle of this area and then down some until you get to the actual middle here. So right here is where you line your crosshair up. Look at this carefully. It's kind of difficult to recreate, but make sure you're staring straight at the ground. And then you're going to want to pop your wall and then turn it so that it's this way going horizontally. Activate it. These two will break, leaving you with just this one wall, and then you can peek right through here and have a pretty good view of what's going on. And if we look from this side, it's very difficult to see through. You have to be at the exact perfect angle to see through, and they're not going to be expecting anybody up there. They might expect somebody on top, but through this little gap is a great spot to be playing if you are Sage. After that, let's just hop on over to a different agent and do some more tips and tricks. Next up, we have two raise tips that can get you a ton of free kills. First is going to be a nade here on C long. Basically, you're going to want to line up with this wall and then throw it in between here. So it looks kind of like this, just like that. So it throws back into C long right where they're pushing, and you need to be running while you do it. So I would recommend just kind of standing here in the middle of the platform, lining this up, and then just running and tossing it. Just keeping your crosshair in that area. It'll get over there. This one doesn't need to be exact. You just need to be tossing that nade into the area. A good way to line it up if you are trying to be exact is to get against this wall, line up with this pole, go to the middle, back up, and then go forward and throw. It needs to be a little higher, but you guys get the point. You need to be just going right on over this wall, and then you will get it every single time. Free kills. The next tip we're going to be talking about is just a way to get through mid fast so that you can get yourself a free pick. Now normally the wall is down right here, but this tip is going to be playing off of the wall. So with the boom packs, you can pop them and move forward. So with this wall being here, you're going to want to toss it on the wall. Let's imagine it's there. Then right when the round starts, you're going to want to run and then jump forward with it. And then you're already here to get a free kill, or you can peek window, whichever you think they're going to be playing. So it looks kind of like this in a real game. It's like here, you're waiting for the wall. You run forward, pop it, and then you get right about here. And it works super, super well. So one more time, just toss it down. I know that we saw a viral clip using this, and it is pretty powerful if you can just get here, because they don't expect you to be there that fast. And lastly, let's hop on over to do 5 tips on the map split. So this first tip is raise specific, but this is a great way to just win mid control and really win your entire games, because mid is so important on split. Basically with raise, you're just going to throw grenades off of this wall to bounce in to this little room at round start. Now what this does, this prevents them from pushing, and also if they do push, gets you a lot of free kills. So personally, I would aim it a little lower, just about right here at the middle, and it bounces right in and gets you a free kill. Another great one to do is just to aim like kind of at this little red sign a little to the right, toss that over, and then this kind of hits this entire area with those little things. You could try and bounce it off of this wall and hit more close to into showers, into sewers if you would like to. But this first raise nade, if you do it right at the start of the round, just spam this. It is a great way to get yourself a first little pick. Next isn't actually agent specific, it's just a really good thing to know for really all maps. Right here's a great way to show it though. So if you bunny hop up a hill or up a staircase, it's actually way quieter and gets you up way faster. So it looks kind of something like this. That was a little laggy, but you do get the point. You need to just bunny hop up. Binding your scroll wheel to your mouse button does make it a lot easier. There are tons of tutorials on how to bunny hop in Valorant right now, so go ahead and check those out. But you're just going to want to basically spam the jump key and go left and right all the way up. My ping isn't great right now, but just it looks like this. Imagine that's not laggy. You get up quickly and it doesn't make a lot of noise, so you're able to get places a lot faster and peek this room a lot quicker. So now we have a couple of tips with Phoenix on the B site. This is a situation I find myself in a lot. You're last alive right here, and you have an enemy player playing back site, and they're just holding you. So if you're Phoenix, you can come into this corner, line up with this left side window, go up to the top ledge, jump and throw, and it's actually going to go straight down onto these boxes and perfectly Molotov off all of this. So they have to go out here, and then you have a great peek on them. It's a great way to do it, and also you can really do it from anywhere. If you want to go over here, it's a little more risky, but you can try and just kind of line it up, eyeball it, throw it over, and just hope that it hits. That works too. That lineup is kind of a little near this candle over and up, but this spot is the more likely spot you're going to be in. Guys, remember, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to go download Lowkey GG from the link in the description. It's honestly a great software. I won't promote anything that I don't personally enjoy using, so go ahead and do that. Help support the channel. I appreciate you all for watching all the way to the end of this video. Subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
We deserve it, we put the work in. We came together like a Sunday service. Patiently waiting, it made me nervous. I got demons in service, they steady lurking. Mama told me I had greater purpose. Ever since I was little, I wasn't certain. I got to searching and I found it worth it. Look at my life, look at my life. Feel my pain. When it comes to me and you, we're not the same.